Super. Hi. Welcome to the Halloween special for 2024. It's probably what is it? What is it? We've probably done a bunch of Halloween specials over the years, but we would do more Christmassy specials. But we thought it'd be nice to do a Halloween special and play a game.
24th special.
It is indeed. Oh, there you go. I didn't get an ad. How sad. Must be logged in.
Freaking special.
Octubre.
Woo!
24.
Okay, so we're playing The Skeletons. The Skeletons by Bully Pulpit today, written by Jason Morningstar. He was a very nice author. He's written some good stuff on the indie side of things. This is technically an indie storytelling game. What are you wearing on your head?
It's a witch hat. Don't worry about it.
I can't see the top of it. It could have been a bin lid for all I know. So,
the fuck is a bin lid?
Trash can lid.
Wheelie bin.
Sidewalk, because you need to know where to walk.
Binges.
What do y'all call a sidewalk?
Pavement.
What?
So then how do you know where to walk? Because pavement's also in the middle of the street?
Well, that's the street.
No!
The road. Pavement, road, pavement.
You just lost your own logic.
No, the pavement is paved, therefore. Anyway, shut up. The Skeletons. I have a nice little intro for you. And then we can start with preparing for the game, which will require some choices. It will also require you to... This is partly a drawing game, so stop drawing on my map. Quit.
Oh, so I don't need a notepad? I'm going to draw on the computer?
You're going to draw on the screen, and I'm going to mock Ren's drawings because she mocked mine.
You can't have a game where you have to make decisions and not give Whitney the decisions beforehand.
Nope, that's how it's going to be. All right.
Oh boy.
I like how when Wit vanishes, there's this giant pumpkin instead of Wit.
No, you're welcome.
Years fly by like dead leaves. Everything is darkness. Everything is silence. You stand vigilant before the sarcophagus without thought or breath. Such is your compulsion. You do not remember your name, and still you watch. The flesh has fallen off your bones, and still you watch. And then one day there is light and motion, and you weigh your bearded axe and raise your shield, lusting for the fray, eager to measure your skill against these tomb-robbing children so full of blood. You'll never be alive again, but in this moment, in the chaos between violation and destruction, you truly live, and you remember what you once were, and you taste the sun.
Jimrod being children?
Yeah, because you're like an ancient skeleton.
Okay, so it could be just young archaeologists then.
It could.
Yeah, it could just be me walking in.
But it's a dinosaur.
I was going to switch over, but my second thing also has me failed on it, so I'm just going to have to replace myself over here as well. Has been crushed under the weight of too heavy criticism too soon, and
so I shouldn't mention that's a rectangle and not a square.
Now we're getting pedantic. Now we're bringing in mathematics, and
How?
now you're just using your fancy degrees over my fancy degrees.
It's an inefficient wheel.
You have way more fancy degrees than I do. But yes, I'm sorry. Continue, Hal. Please, Weaver.
That's
funny.
You're gonna create another Hitler.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah. If you talk bad to an artist, if you talk bad to a painter, immediately become Hitler.
Right.
Well, yeah, but the first one didn't work out. Maybe this one will be good.
Yeah.
How do we make our skeleton characters?
So each one of you has to choose. So there are 8 skeletons that you can pick from. And I'm just going to give you the names. And you can, once I've read all 8, you may debate if you wish, and then pick a skeleton that you want to be. Okay? So listen.
Is one named Steve?
They're all descriptions of the skeleton. So it's either an item they're wearing or it is something that's about their skeleton form. You ready? Okay. Sure. There is silver talk, like the neck ring. There is rusted shirt. There is tattered cloak. There is headless. There's arrow shield. There is outsider. There is horror.
What about Steve?
The greatest skeleton of
Thank you
all.
for drawing Steve on the map.
Steve.
Steve. Okay.
Hold on. So why are we being? I thought we were being told skeletons.
They are skeletons.
Yes.
This is what we're calling them?
Outsider.
You want to be outsider?
Sure.
I'm busy deleting Steve off my map. One thing.
I'll take tattered cloak.
Okay, hang on. I got stuff to do. Hold on. Now, stop messing with the map while I
want to be headless.
Okay, headless. Okay, let me move to the...
No head for you.
Let me move up here and hop back to the GM layer. So I have... Oh, there's also Big Head. My apologies, I missed him.
Big giant head.
I think... although Big Head doesn't seem to be here. No, Big Head's not here. No, apparently he's not in my version of the PDF that I've got, so you can't have Big Head. So I have... Oh, and there's also Crawler. They're not in my version. Oh, damn it. I've got the wrong PDF open. Oh, well, it is what it is. Unless it's in the other one. Hold on. Let me check real quick that they're not over here. In this one. Hold on. If they're in this one, you can have them. Nope, you can't have them. So there's only 7 skeletons. You can't have them. So I have Headless, who I am moving to the map layer.
Headless is Whitney.
I have Headless. I have Tattered Cloak, who I'm moving to the map layer. And I have Outsider, who I'm moving to the map layer.
I will take rusted shirt.
Rusted shirt.
I'm curious how a shirt is rusted.
And is that everybody? Who am I missing?
Oh, I think I gotta go horror.
Horror you are, friend. Horror you are. Okay, so if you go to the top of the screen, you will see that there are now representations of your skeletal selves.
Oh, all I see is a bunch of open tabs that I have.
Oh, horror looks sweet.
Doesn't horror look great?
Headless looks like a skeleton without a head. Outsider looks a little bit like Lucy.
Stop drawing on the skeleton. It isn't time yet.
Where do I see those?
Lucy.
Who is Headless? That's Wit.
Yes. Look, you are a very famous fossil.
Whoa. Okay, yeah, horror is that I would run if I saw that.
Yeah, right? Isn't that head sweet? And the arms, it's like...
I can't find them.
Scroll up.
They're at the top.
I did scroll up. Okay. I see blank screen
to
still.
Zoom out and pan?
Yeah, zoom all the way out there at the very top.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Did you find them?
Not yet, but where's my zoom now?
While you're looking for it, I have got to tell you something that I have recently discovered. Did you know that people will spend 169 real American dollars to rub a metal dildo on their face, and they call it skin renewal?
I mean, maybe it works. Maybe they've got more skin now. Ren, were you tattered cloak, Ren?
I was the tattered cloak, indeed. Yes.
I'm adding character sheets to your. Who am I missing? Outside.
That is weird.
So you should now see in the what is it called? The compendium, the journal on the side. You should see everybody's character, and you should be able to edit your own. Is that working?
Yes. At least I see mine.
I see mine. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I see the tattooed
So
cloak.
we're going to begin. So nobody is silver talk. We have a rusted
Everybody
shirt.
watch me
Let's
touch my
start
eyes.
there. Okay. A rusty coat of mail hangs off your bones. You carry a bent spear. Sketch in the details on your illustration.
Repeat that one time, please.
It's not for you.
I think that one's for me.
James.
Oh, I thought that was for everybody.
James is.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, it is if you want to listen, but if you don't, then it wasn't for you.
I wanted to. I have a dry eye.
That's okay. I mean, you're a skeleton. I hope you've got 2 dry eyes.
Okay.
Tattered cloak. That's Ren. Scraps of once red cloth shroud your bones. You carry a battle-scarred sword. Sketch in the details on your illustration.
Uh-oh.
Headless.
Okay.
This one's for you, Wit. You actually don't have a dry eye. Headless. Your skull is long gone, but it doesn't matter. You carry an iron mace and a holy symbol. Sketch in the details on the illustration.
I think you're a paladin.
I carry a mace and a holy symbol.
Outsider thing. Your bones are unlike the others. You carry a weapon that suits your frame and fearsome armor. Sketch in the details on the illustration. And if you need these again, they're on your character in the notes.
Apparently, I'm named Lucy too. Apparently,
in the journal.
Is Outsider a dwarf?
Possibly. Horror. You were assembled or summoned or imagined by an unstable mind and made real. You carry no weapon. You are a weapon. But you were adorned with jewelry. Sketch in the details on the illustration. I'm very sad that Ren seems to be able to draw. Now I can't mock you,
What
Ren.
a tragedy indeed. You could still roast it if you want.
No. It's another reason.
No?
It's another reason I'm not playing this game with you is my gross inability to draw. I'm just going to show the world that you have your great cloak. What else did you have? You had something else. A notched sword.
A sword that I need to figure out how to illustrate.
And I think James had a shield, right?
I had a rusty
spear. Oh yeah, that's it. Just a bent spear. That's all you. Oh, and a rusty coat of mail is what you had.
Hey, Ren, do you think you can draw a rusty coat of
That's
mail?
part of the fun.
You just have to draw a shirt and make it gray.
I'm waiting for Headless's drawings and for.
Well, I'm trying to make more space on my screen, and so I was trying to get rid of all the players' boxes because it's like half of my screen.
It's a setting on the right side. If you go to video settings, you can minimize them to just text.
Oh, it's in the video settings?
Yeah. It's in audio and video in the video settings.
Ah, that's where it is. Okay, I wouldn't have fixed that.
How do I delete stuff? How do I delete stuff?
You should be able to use the selection tool to pick stuff you've drawn and deleted.
Okay.
And also, if you need to reference, if you go to the journal, everyone has a character there. And if you open it, you should have a full list of stuff we're going to deal with as we progress forward.
All right.
Are you just literally standing behind an enormous axe thing? Kind of like this.
No, I'm working on the armor.
Oh, I like it's pink. It's beautiful.
It was my default color, and I figured it would be easier to see.
Damn, paste doesn't work.
I'm liking your mail, though. It's nice, James. I like it.
Too bad.
I believe the horror just had a nose ring added.
Uh-huh.
Whatever that noise is, was that you, James?
No, that was me.
It was you. That is a ghastly noise on my audio, you monsters.
Yeah, well.
I like this. I like how things seems to have so much more to draw than anyone else.
What else? I'm trying to think what jewels. He's got like weird red jewels around the eyes.
Maybe he has nipple rings.
Ooh. Ooh, rings. He's got a bunch of rings.
Sure. Why not on his murder claws?
Yeah.
I love it. I like I like your armor thing. It's pretty great. I think James got the easy one. He just drew a line and put a point on it. Except for the male sounds. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
There's a male shirt. Looks like a gray night shirt. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Wit's going for the bright pink mace, I think.
Wait, what?
I tried to
Do my
bring in a
sword
bunch
have
of
a
circles and it didn't
Battle
work.
scarred sword. Okay.
Okay, it's got a big.
That's fine. I love it. It looks like an onion on a. It looks like an onion on a stick. Beautiful. It's the most beautiful. It's more beautiful. I can criticize because I can't draw anywhere near this well. So that's headless. Or it could be like a donkey testicle on a stick. It's definitely something on a stick.
Oh, I gotta let my dog inside. Hold on.
Maybe some toe rings on that horror.
Hold on. I'm drawing like a Prince Albert, but on the tailbone.
I was gonna say, would that stay?
Oh, I like the rust appearing on this shirt. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Somebody's listening to the brief. Look at you, angry skeletons. Quite impressed. Chat says the horror needs an ankle bracelet.
Oh, yeah.
Anklet?
Is that a tail ring?
I told you it's a Prince Albert, but for...
Oh, on the tail.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a penis anymore.
Right, it fell off, so it's lying around somewhere.
So he fucks with his tail.
It's beautiful. Let me just mark that point for editing. That's really... I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, does it? We'll just carry on. Okay, so now we have a beautiful cast of characters. Look at how beautiful they are. What? Do you not think these are beautiful?
No.
What? You're doing great work there, Wit. You're doing amazing work.
What the do you know what the
I figured this game might be a challenge for everybody, but I'm going there. Okay, so we're going to go down to the sarcophagus and the room with the sarcophagus in it. Each one of us has a question to answer. So I'm going to start with Rusted Shirt, because that's the one that's first in my list. So the question to answer, as we create our map together for you, James, is what magnificent and imposing object dominates the western wall of the tomb?
There is a large, not the entire wall, but the vast majority of it is a very large relief detailing the life of the individual in the sarcophagus, including their rise to power, their long reign, and their ultimate fall.
Beautiful. You're going to love this next bit. Note your answer on the map. Draw it in for us, James. Draw it in. All right. Tattered Cloak.
Feel like I was tricked.
Who are interred in the 7 niches along the southern wall?
Along the southern wall.
Who are interred in the 7 niches along the southern wall?
Good question.
Who are
7 ancient sisters.
Oh, very good. Nice. Okay. You can note the answer on the map in some drawery kind of fashion.
Like the colleges?
What?
The 7 sisters, right? That's the colleges, right?
Right.
Isn't that also some of the
That wasn't what I was
the
going
Dorsets
for, but it could
in
be.
England?
Yes. Yes, there is a 7 sisters. There's are they mountains?
Or isn't that where the Circle of Blood from Tom Baker?
Yeah, maybe. I think there's mountains. I think it's somewhere in England or Wales or somewhere. Okay, Headless. What scene is depicted in the fresco that covers the eastern wall? Wait.
How do I talk if I don't have a head?
You can talk. You're just telling me what's in this tomb. What scene is depicted in the fresco that covers the eastern wall?
What is on the fresco
that covers the eastern wall
of in the sarcophagus.
Yes, of the tomb. It can be anything.
Yeah, I almost got it. It's a weird religious painting, like just some overly cheesy, dumb, like David God.
Does it have any relationship to the holy symbol you're wearing? If it's a religious painting?
No.
Okay, I was trying to give you something.
My religious symbol is a peace sign.
Okay, but this is not that. Okay, you get to draw it on the eastern wall. So go draw it on the eastern wall. I have outsider next. Where are the signs of pending collapse, damage, and decay in this ancient place?
Ooh.
No short answers on the map.
Damage and decay.
And pending collapse.
How do I write on the ceiling?
You can find a way.
So that's the fun part. This is a top-down view.
I mean, you could.
So it's very easy to write on the ceiling.
You could add walls and draw on them for all I care. I mean, I'm interested to see what this thing on the eastern and western wall is going to look like. Maybe you should expand it out. It's all on you. So where? Answer the question first. Where are the signs of pending collapse, damage, and decay? Is it the sarcophagus? Is it a specific wall? Are there things here that are falling apart? The ceiling falling apart?
Please don't be load-bearing beams. Please don't be load-bearing
beams. So the ceiling is rotting? Okay, the ceiling is falling in. I love it. Horror!
Yes.
What subtle things in this place speak to a purpose far, far beyond honoring the noble dead?
So there is a very small, subtle, gigantic red button that says, "To summon cosmic horrors, press here."
But obviously it's written in a language that no one could possibly understand.
Yes.
Okay, you get to draw that on the map.
Okay.
But who can resist the pushing the big red button?
Somebody's going for some perspective drawing here.
I can't rotate the map.
No one can. Unfortunately, no one can rotate the map. So we're stuck with what we've got, but I'm quite liking what's appearing here.
I don't know what's happening because I don't know how to make it go away.
You should be able to use the selector tool, which is the arrow at the top left, to be able to select things you've already drawn. And then you can use the delete key to delete them. Or the backspace key.
Thank you.
Is that a red button? Oh, are these blobs of pinky color bits of decay?
Yes.
The sarcophagus is slightly decayed?
Oh no, that's on the ceiling because it's on the roof over the sarcophagus.
I love these cute little arms and legs that are appearing in these alcove pieces down in the niches to the south.
Indeed.
I like this. It's good.
Now I just got to put decay over everybody else's drawings. Yeah. Oh no.
I think this is good.
I mean, you can. I'm cool with that.
I mean, they could be decayed. There's nothing to say that because something that's been added, it doesn't mean you can't actually interplay with it.
I know, but
you just don't want to futz with somebody else's thing yet, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to make these because they could be hazardous or something. Who knows what's going to befall us, and as we navigate this, defending it from the horrid evil child explorers, tomb robbers.
I don't want that. No, the... Stop it!
Let me know when you're ready and finished drawing, and we can proceed.
I almost thought about trying to go for space armor and a giant gun, but I can't draw that well.
I very much love what's on the eastern wall. Honestly, I think that's pretty great. It's either somebody swing dancing or. It's a religious swing dance, I feel.
Yes, sure.
Beautiful.
Headstand?
Maybe they're flying together because it would technically be the other way around, right? I don't know. I love it. Whatever it is, it's beautiful. It is a beautiful
Thank
thing.
you.
All right.
It's
Shall we
mountain.
move forward?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody ready?
I guess
Okay.
so.
Everyone should close their eyes and take a moment. Imagine the weight of countless years.
This is too much like life.
Arise and protect the tomb, skeletal guardians. So now you can open your eyes. So, the more noise you make, the more I'll wait. So stop making noises. You monsters! If you play this game around a table, you're supposed to turn the lights out when you're doing like the waiting parts. Okay, so I'm going to cut back to the chat screen because we don't need to draw much anymore for the moment. So there are intruders. You have a choice of intruders. As a group, you may decide who your first intruders are. Do you want grave rats? Do you want an amateur tomb robber? Or do you want a spirit of place disturbed by the building of your tomb?
A spirit!
Okay, that's one vote for spirit.
Grave robbers.
Okay.
Second option.
An amateur grave robber.
Yeah.
I like the spirit as well.
I'll second the grave robber as well.
Oh, to you guys.
You can just pick something totally
What are the
different.
options again?
A grave rats, an amateur tomb robber, or a spirit of place disturbed by your newly built tomb.
Grave rats.
Okay, you're gonna come to some kind of agreement here, or I'm just gonna roll a dice for you.
You had to know that was gonna happen.
I did. So I mean, there's options to come back and pick up at least one more of them if you want to.
All right, I'll shift to grave rats, but that does not solve the
It
problem.
does not solve the problem.
Thank you, Ren.
Grave rat.
Okay, 3 for grave
No,
rats.
I'm gonna switch to the grave robbers.
The tomb robber? You want to do a tomb robber? I feel like tomb robber is coming out.
Wait, what did Thing pick?
Grave rats to get this over.
All right, grave rats it is. Let's go.
You want grave rats? Okay.
No, I
Yeah.
can't kill rats.
Well, you can manage it somehow.
No,
Okay.
just new ones.
Just scare them away with your rattly bones.
That is true. There are rattly bones. So, as I think Nick was the one to pick grave rats first, Nick can answer the questions.
Okay.
Yay.
Describe the grave rats and how they're coming into your tomb.
Adorably.
Yeah, adorably cute little curious guys just kind of crawling around, wondering what's going on.
Pretty good. So the problem you've got now is that you're actually enchanted to defend this tomb, regardless of the source. So you now have to either kill, drive away, or otherwise expunge this tomb of these grave rats. So how, you can answer this as a group if you wish and talk about it, how do you drive away such small, agile creatures and prevent their return?
Okay.
With a big axe.
No.
With a net.
Stab.
No.
So you all activate. You come out of your positions. I'm assuming you're all ringing the sarcophagus facing outwards, by the way. You can draw yourselves on the map if you wish.
What are all these things in front of? What are all these things?
What things?
What are all the
There's a lot of things.
things along the bottom of the?
Oh,
Seven
The
Sisters.
7 sisters.
these are like little niches in the walls.
Oh, those are the.
Yeah.
These are the 7 sisters.
Yep, over here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I would
Okay.
like to, as some type of summoned horror, I would like to reach through space, time, and dimensions. To then pull forth from the ether a bag of little yogis.
I don't know what a yogi is.
There's,
Other than a little man who meditates.
it's a little
Yogi
yogurt
bear?
treat. It's a little yogurt treat. See if I can. Let's see.
I don't need a link. Please don't make me buy them.
No.
But what do they taste like, Nick?
I don't know.
I very much love this mural on both walls.
See
Both
if it'll-
murals are superb.
How can I get it to do the thing? Do the thing. I can't. You maybe can't see it.
So I see some skeletons appearing on the map. This is good. I see tattered cloak in the top
Oh,
right.
I need to actually draw my
So
skeleton.
I like your
Okay.
skeleton. Yeah, put yourself on the map where you would normally stand.
It's like a little yogurt treat. It's like a bag of little yogurt treats.
So you're doing some kind of magic that's going to pull something from somewhere.
Yes.
Okay. You're pulling food for them.
Yes.
Okay. Isn't that just going to attract more?
You're not letting me finish.
I'm sorry. It seems it's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, and I'm going to pull off some of my unnecessary bones
Oh, okay.
and make like maybe pull out some rib pieces
Hmm.
and make a little cage
Yeah.
and put the yogis in there so they all crawl into it.
Right.
And I'll close it up and list them on petfinder.com.
Right. That doesn't feel like that is definitely a way to get rid of them. So while that's going on, the rest of you are probably going to want to murder the things that are in the cage because you have to get rid of them. You're compelled to do so. What are the rest?
I suppose
What
I
are the
have
rest
no
of you
choice.
doing? How do you catch these things? What are you doing? Tell me what.
Hold
you're
on. Hold on.
doing.
Before y'all decide.
I think you're gonna bribe Rat. Oh, chat suggests the treats are poisoned.
So how big are the our grave rats?
I don't know how big are the grave rats thing.
They're about stand about what, a foot tall.
Oh yeah, that's a big rat. That's a pretty big rat. A foot tall rat. That sounds like a big rat. They're pretty agile and small though. Small compared to you, I guess.
Yeah.
So the size of a large cat. Ish.
That's why I think I'm
Before
gonna
you
kneel
decide-
down. Oh no.
Look at this beautiful boy. Look at this.
I think the ones attacking our grave are not as cute as that beautiful
Look at
boy.
this beautiful boy.
That is a beautiful boy.
It is a beautiful boy. What is that one called?
But that's not the one that's attacking
This is
us.
Willie.
Oh, yes,
Ah!
very sweet.
Apparently the rats.
I would let that one rob my
them.
grave, but that's not the one that's robbing
Apparently
my
the
grave.
the rats that are attacking you are about a foot high and about the size of a small cat or a large cat.
Oh, are they?
I'm
are
going
they
to try and
dire
stab them.
rats?
That thing decided grave rats are about the size of a large cat.
Rats have
Are
unusual
they
size.
Are they
Rodents have
dire
unusual
rats
size.
thing?
They seem kind of dire, but
I don't give a about dire rats.
oh okay.
Dire rat. Okay, let me go put Willie back up. Who's a good boy, little Will? Who's a good boy?
Good boy, Will. All right, what are you doing? It looks like
I'm going to try to stab the
okay.
rats.
You start to stab rats. I mean, you are tireless and endless, so you can stab rats for a very long time.
I think I too will be I'll be slashing at the rats.
Stab.
So you're just chasing rats around the tomb, while
Yeah,
Dara makes a
sounds good to
cage and
me.
attempts to trap them with food items.
I'm staying near the sarcophagus, and when the rats get close, I am attempting to stab.
Okay. I mean, what's going to stop them from continuing to come in? Where are they coming from?
Ooh.
I don't have eyes.
But yet,
I
weird.
don't have
Then
any
where?
legs.
How do you know to swing at them?
But
if you have
strangely, you can
eyes?
see.
Yeah.
So as you kind of activate, memories flood back to you of your past times. You become more vibrant. You remember things. So you are functional.
I was an architect.
Will you find out soon?
No.
So every one of these instances, you get to answer a question about your character once the instance is over, and then something happens at the end of the incident. So, so the horror is attempting to trap the rats. The rest of you are comedically attempting to stab them, with limited to some success.
Yep,
I didn't say that.
I'm
What
going to
are
be
you
squatting down
trying
to
to
my
do?
lowest and swinging parallel to the ground with the axe.
Someone should press the big red button.
What are you doing, Wit?
But did the rats do anything wrong?
They came
They
into your
invaded.
tomb. They came into the tomb you're defending.
Why am I defending the tomb? I thought I was dead here.
No, you're a skeleton defending the sarcophagus. You don't know why.
Compelled
At
to.
least not yet.
Oh, well, if I don't know why, then I maybe
But you
don't
are-
want to
But
defend the
but
tomb.
but you are compelled to do it.
I'm compelled to do it, so then I guess I don't have a choice.
Don't. I mean, the degree to which you are compelled is your choice, but you are compelled to remove them.
Okay. Well, I'm going to walk up to the rat and say, hey, please leave.
You can't make a noise. You're a skeleton. You have no way to make a noise.
Also,
I'll wave towards
She
the door.
rattles in a way that sounds like language.
Ah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Nobody drew a door.
Exactly like that.
Weird. No one drew a door.
They're pouring. Oh shoot!
Was someone supposed to draw a door?
No, they don't have to have a door to this place. You just don't currently have an obvious door. So when Wit's like, I send them out the door, there is no door. They're clearly coming in through some of that broken stuff that Thing put on, I would suspect.
And I put most of that on the ceiling, so it's going to be hard to plug it up.
So they're coming in through the ceiling?
Are they?
Is that the only place where stuff is broken?
I mean,
there's
no.
Nothing's broken on the southern wall.
I'm going to throw out, you are controlling this. I'm just here to kind of facilitate you.
They must have
So,
found the
we
secret
noticed
door.
This is your encounter. How do you deal with these rats?
poorly, apparently.
I'm
We
gonna
noticed it.
ask them to jump through the portal in the picture on the wall.
How are you going to ask them to do that with no lungs or mouth or lips?
I'm gonna do that with my magic thoughts.
Okay.
Seems
While
legit to
that
me.
happens, I'm going to notice a small hole in the corner that the rats seem to be coming in from.
Is that the red corner that just appeared?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. I like that. I like the red corner.
I'm going to go over to it and sit in front of it
Okay, sounds good.
and allow my male shirts to take any rat attack and keep many more rats out of the room while stabbing any that come near me.
Can I call forth my avatar Moon
Okay.
Knight?
I'm gonna spin this. Don't ask me.
Okay, I call forth my avatar Moon Knight,
Continue.
and he comes and takes the rats home.
Describe it.
So Moon Knight comes like rope drops through the ceiling, right?
So now there's a hole in the ceiling.
I believe
There were already
there
holes
were
in the
already
ceiling.
holes in the ceiling.
Okay, what is this thing and how are you summoning it?
It's Moon Knight.
I
Fist
know
of
who
Khonshu.
I know who Moon Knight is. How are you, a skeleton, doing this?
Because I look like Khonshu. Am I not Khonshu?
Go for it. Do what you do.
Do I not look like Khonshu?
Do you.
You tell me right now, Hal, if I look like Khonshu or not.
I mean, there's a lot of jewelry there.
Khonshu wears jewelry.
and a tail ring.
I mean, we don't see under Khonshu's robes.
Okay, so you're summoning
Gratefully.
something.
I summon Mark Spector, aka Moon Knight, aka the left fist of Khonshu. As I call my brother Khonshu and say, "Hey, bro, can you send Mark Spector here real quick? I need some help."
Pulls out his Nokia brick phone.
I need some help getting rid of these rats. And Khonshu teleports Mark Spector into the room, and with all of his agility, he's like doing like rolls, and he's just grabbing rats left and right, and then he's like, "I've got them all," and then Khonshu teleports him back out.
Beautiful. And then somehow you seal up the hole.
Then okay, so we have the hole, right? How big is the hole the rats are getting in through?
I don't know. James made it.
Smaller than him, since he's sitting there blocking it. I'm guessing.
Maybe 1.5 feet in diameter, large enough where it could be easily blocked by a torso. 1.5 feet diameter or so.
Did I lose Ren?
Oh.
Ren
died.
Ren's back.
I'm sad to report.
Oh no, Ren is vanished forever. No. It's just an S like super person.
I would like to I think we should all search around for Headless's head and then use Headless's head to plug up the hole.
We could use the lid from the sarcophagus.
My dog didn't like that.
There's a head in the sarcophagus.
All right, so
is there a head on any of the
sisters?
So I'm going to see if I can take the head off of any of the 7 sisters.
Can you?
You can.
No.
What?
I can?
Oh, no.
Can you?
Well, Ren made their lore. Ren, can I?
Yes, you can. You can indeed.
Going to grab one of them and put them on.
Hang on. Wait, can I ask a question? Are your snacks on the same side as your microphone?
That means don't do that, actually.
Yeah. I'm just asking the question because every time you reach the way, all I hear is rustling. Can you put them on the other side of your desk?
I should just mute the mic.
No, don't mute because then you'll forget to unmute. So.
This is a really serious problem.
I know. We've had it before. It's okay. So, James, can you take a head off one of these statues?
Yes.
Yes.
Which one?
Oh yeah, pick your favorite.
And who is it? Do you know who it is?
This is...
Look at your character sheet. There's name suggestions on your character. Towards the bottom.
Memories.
This one.
And which one is it?
In the middle. I feel as I approach this, as I'm looking through the heads of the sisters, I come across this one, and I have a strange sense of familiarity with this, and a name comes to mind of Sakhon.
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 Oh, Sakhon. Right. Does she have a particularly large head?
Not particularly, but one ugly woman, I must say.
Does it look like her head is loose somehow? Why are you picking that one specifically?
That sense of familiarity. I feel like
it's like your mum.
It's like I know this face, but I don't quite know why.
I know this face, and I want to stuff it in a hole in the wall.
Well, I know this face, and I don't know why, and it fills me with rage. So I'm going to stuff it in this hole.
How do you break the head off the statue?
Grabbing it, try to yank it, doesn't move. Pick up the end of my spear, smack it off.
You chip it, or do you just hit it and it breaks?
I hit it. I hit the head on the forehead, and it just breaks off clean.
Okay.
Clean-ish
And
at
then
the
you
neck.
stuff it in the hole. So make that happen
Yes.
on the art. Okay, very good. All right, you have defeated the grave rats. At this
Right.
point, everyone can answer one question if you wish. So if you look at your character sheets, there's a list of questions. Now, each one of these... Why am I hearing myself? Hello. Oh, that's me. An echo.
Looks like it's on Nick's.
Nick.
What?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, we're good. We're good. Whatever happened is good. He was probably loading a game.
Me never.
I know what you do. I know what you do. So everybody has questions. You have, I think, 6 questions each to answer. So each one of you in turn, we're going to go through and we're going to answer a question each about who you are. What did you remember during that encounter? You don't have to do them in order. You can jump around, maybe pick something from the encounter that reminded you of this, or not. You can just remember something from your life while you're chasing rats around and stuffing heads in holes. Sound good?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with Rusted Shirt, because that's again at the top of my list. What's your question and what's the answer?
I'm going with whom did you once
Oh.
love? The answer is Sakhan, a priestess of the one in the tomb who dumped my ass
Good.
in a very public breakup.
Are you like a oh, okay, good. Oh, I like that.
Dating, and she's like, hey, screw you, and then just left, and I was
So
utterly
she's some
devastated.
kind of holy woman.
Yes.
Very good. Any more information? Is that it?
That's it for
Okay.
right now.
That's
all he remembered.
tattered cloak.
Yes.
Question?
Let's see. So what area within this place are you forbidden to set foot in?
And remember, if you want, you can extend this room.
Oh, like adding more
You
rooms
are
to the
not
room?
limited to this room. If you want to expand the place, you can.
Activate
You
the
have-
TARDIS field.
So
You
I'm
have-
aware that there is a secret passageway behind the mural to the east,
Okay.
and I am not allowed to go there anymore.
Oh. That is interesting. Note this on the map. So
Okie dokie.
draw it in. Cool. All right. Headless, what's your question and what is the answer?
Whom did you once love? My cat, Tigger.
You once had a cat called Tigger who you loved a lot. Did he have a head?
Mm-mm.
Like a whole family of headless things. It's beautiful. Mr. Outsider.
Yes.
I like
What
your voice.
was your name?
Good start.
Rognarg.
Rognog. I like that. Rognog. Let's change you up here, Rognog. See if we can add this to the text. Okay, text, outsider. That's way too small. Spell rogue.
Oh, GROGNARG.
Grognog. Like
Grog.
like that?
Yeah, sure.
Good. Grognog.
But with some strange accent symbol over the O that you know nobody knows what it means anymore.
Gregnarg?
An
That would be
ampersand
Gregnarg.
over one of the vowels.
Hang on.
I'm gonna call you Greg.
He's old Greg.
There's a sign
Greg
above
for
the
short.
O.
You ever drink Bailey's
That's
out of the
that would
sea?
be Greg, you know.
Horror. Question and answer, please.
Yes.
If you wish. You don't have to do it this time. It's
No. And I feel like we've already kind of alluded a bit to my backstory.
Sure.
That I am the brother of Khonshu.
Okay. Which is this question? Is this who or what brought you here, or?
Well, let me get to
I'm
it.
asking from your question. I'm asking from the
I am getting to it, Hal.
Go ahead.
Let me get to it.
You do it. Go ahead.
I am the brother of Khonshu.
Uh-huh.
And my name.
Oh, very good. I'm sorry.
Is Ronshu.
Wrong shoe. I love
Ronshu. You can call me
Wrong
Ron.
shoe?
Wrong shoe.
Ron. R-O-N.
Got you. Wrong shoe.
Are you spelling my name on purpose?
I'm sorry. Let me spell it correctly. Text box. Ron shoe. There you go. Ron's shoe.
Where is
Okay.
it? I don't even see. Is it?
Up by your picture at the top.
Oh, okay. No, that's not how you spell shoe.
I feel like it is.
That's not how you spell it in regards. It's Khonshu with it's one letter difference, you cunt.
I'm just doing it to make you hate me. You mean like this?
Yes.
Okay, you happy now?
No, but I'm less angry.
Really?
That scans.
Does that happen? Okay, you also get to choose either Glory Fades or God's Laugh. Please pick one.
God's laugh.
God's laugh.
About what?
This is something that happens in downtime or after this incident. We'll deal with it. Ran, you picked it. Pick me a number from 1 to 6.
3.
3. A memory that a skeleton had previously regained slips away and is lost forever. So one of the skeletons who just had a memory has just forgotten it again. And it's lost forever. So which skeleton would like to lose their most recent memory? So this affects a single skeleton. Who would like to lose the memory they just forgot?
I can forget that I'm not supposed to go into the place to the
I feel like
east.
that would be very dramatic, Ren.
Yes.
Okay, so
I don't have to change anything about the map, though, for me
There's
to forget
something
about
about that mural, but you're not quite sure why. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. Good start. All right. The tomb is unsealed. After each one of these intruders is driven away or killed, you have options. Choose no time at all, a day, a week, a month, a year, or a decade.
A decade.
On a decade? Okay, close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Close your eyes and I'll miss you. Tomorrow I'll kiss you.
Why?
Think about the endless silence and the unfathomable darkness.
Tomorrow, Nick has booze. Actually, that's not true.
It's not.
No.
I'm imagining the silence. Only imagine.
Vaginal.
I can make there be silence.
That's true.
It's going to be even more dramatic on the audio.
Yeah. Oh, so dramatic. Hey, Thing, guess what? I'm muted. You're dick. Y'all are dicks.
You are what you eat.
Why are koalas bears?
They're not. They're marsupials.
No, they have all the qualifications.
Oh my god, my chair.
I'm out.
Oh my god. I bet if I lean back hard enough, this whole chair will break.
Arise and protect the tomb, skeletal guardians. And somebody unmute Wit, please.
Is that even possible?
I mean, she can unmute herself, I think. I'm
Okay,
assuming
'cause
someone.
I was still hearing her for a while.
Yeah, but somebody muted her towards the end there.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's going to be really hard. So each time passes, each one you select is a specific amount of time you have to be quiet. And it gets longer and longer and longer.
So how long did you think this game would take us, Hal, again?
I'm just saying, now factoring in the lack of quiet, maybe 6 to 12 weeks.
Yeah, that tracks.
Thank you.
Do you count the quiet between
My
sessions
camera
that way
is
then?
frozen again. Dang it. It's okay.
So, you have choices. Would you like an amateur tomb robber or a spirit of place disturbed by the newly built tomb? And now you know how this goes. This should be easier.
Wait, the newly built tomb, are we moving backwards in time for that one then? Or
Well, a decade has gone, but it means this place. This place disturbed something. So your tomb was built pretty recently. A decade isn't that long in the scope of tombs. So, yes, or an amateur tomb robber.
That means we were skeletalized when we were put in rather than over time sitting here. I thought it had been,
Maybe your first activation just happened to be long enough that your flesh had fallen off. Or maybe you weren't quite all that. Maybe you were still a bit sticky.
Maybe we just can't see the flesh and we're actually fully normal. We just think we're skeletons.
Make a choice, and you can talk about it when you're active and not just static little skeletons.
I choose amateur tomb robber again.
I support amateur tomb robber.
Amateur tomb robber it is then. So, you picked amateur tomb robber. You can describe this person. Is he well prepared? Or is he not well prepared?
Oh no. No. Small child, baseball cap.
Baseball. I like how we're putting this. I always think that this game, and in my head, it's always a fantasy setting, but you've made it modern day, which I kind of like. Okay, fair. Go. Baseball cap.
Yeah. Kind of pushes aside a stone in the wall and like, I think I'm through, Dr. Jones, and then falls on the floor.
Beautiful. Is he confident or frightened?
He's putting up a brave front, but he's a little frightened.
Okay, so you draw me where he comes in, please.
And
you could use the little passageway that I'm not allowed to go into if you want.
Hey, roughly speaking, how much time does he think there is for love?
Enough.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's do a little short round hole over here.
Where's over here? Where are you?
North wall.
North wall next to the button. Okay. So you activate. How does this go? And this is anybody's. Who's gonna kill? Who's killing short round and how?
I mean, I'll leave it to anyone else that wants to. I did the. I mean, I'll happily kill short round. I just want to know if anyone else wants to.
I mean, it's just like a democracy. I'll go, but I went last time.
Yeah, I did take it. So like, I don't want to.
I'm gonna walk up and stab the child with my spear.
Okay, describe this for me.
As the child approached, or as they walked through into the tomb, drawn in by this as of yet undescribed sarcophagus.
It does look very plain, James. I agree.
It's very interesting, and we'll let someone else describe it. As they step into the room, a skeleton steps out of the shadow behind them. You see a slight glittering of the spear from the light that's coming into the room. Then you see the spear come through their chest, covered in blood.
Beautiful.
As you hear the sharp wince of pain, and then silence once more.
Apparently he was calling to someone, but is there anything else there? Is he just literally looking for an amateur tomb robber? So maybe he was it.
As James stabs him,
Mm-hmm.
my bony skeleton fingers
Mm-hmm.
reach out and through dimensions and they come back and they're now long hot dog fingers. And I just run up and slap the shit out of him.
It's so terrible.
Of the stabbed child?
Yeah.
Got to make sure he's dead.
I repeatedly slap
Okay.
him. Hot dog
Would someone like to draw a dead child on the map, please?
That
Well,
sounds
James,
like
you described
artistic.
how he got killed, so I
Who
feel like
has
it
the
should
most
be you.
experience drawing dead children?
I have 0 experience.
Okay. Everyone must answer a single question, and we're going to start with Ren this time.
Okie dokie.
And it can't be the same question twice.
Oh, I was totally going to do that.
And remember that there are ideas at the bottom for things you might want to include if you get stuck. Here thinking.
Let's see.
Get it, Ren. It's so good the last time.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I guess we'll just play off my genuine feelings about stabbing a child, and
Yeah,
it's like,
it's a good
turns
idea.
out that was my childhood friend, or at least, wait, actually no, it's been a long time. Why do I know?
It's been
I
a
wouldn't know this
decade.
kid.
Yeah.
It's been too long. Never mind, I don't know this kid.
Maybe it reminded you of a kid you knew.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so the child reminded me of my best friend from when I died.
Oh, so what connection do you have to those who you just killed or drove away?
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah.
Is that the question you're answering?
Yes.
It reminded you a child of your best friend?
The child reminded me of my like childhood best friend, I guess.
And
Yeah.
what memory did it evoke? Was it where they were stabbed with a spear by a skeleton?
Yep.
The cycle repeats itself.
Did they also die? Maybe that was what it was.
Yeah, and now I remember how I died, which was also being stabbed by a skeleton.
Everyone's stabbed by skeletons. Okay.
That's why there's a hole in my cloak. It went through my cloak.
It was the great skeleton stabbing plague of 12.
Right. So many skeletons stabbed
12.
everybody. 12. Of 12. I love that. It was the skeleton plague of 12. I mean, there must have been a 12 at some point, right?
Yeah, there was. At some
Okay.
point, so yeah.
Headless. Question and answer, please.
From my sheet.
Yes, from your sheet.
I drew the dead kid.
Aw.
Oh.
Sure did.
Oh, that is a dead kid. That is so beautiful. This is a wholesome game.
What by name did you earn in life that describes your greatest accomplishment?
Okay.
Stinky.
And your greatest accomplishment was?
I could outfart my father.
It's a strange culture you came from there, Headless.
There you go.
Okay, you're a smelly. I mean, maybe being headless is an advantage now in your culture.
There you go.
Outsider, please.
This time, I am not the person making the plastic bag noises.
Was that plastic bag? Oh, that might have been McGruff getting comfortable in my beanbag.
Yes, I think it was.
He was dancing around in a circle to make himself a hole that he likes to sit in.
I like how Hal will immediately yell at me for any noise I make, like turning on a fan when it's incredibly hot.
I didn't
you live
know
in Texas. How can it get hot?
I didn't know you could hear him. He's quite far away. But he's also very cute.
He is very cute. McGruff
So,
gets a pass.
Thing. McGruff always gets a pass. Thing.
Yes. What thing are you personally cursed to defend in this place?
Oh.
Choose from among those already introduced if you're able. Note your answer on the map.
You don't have to, but you can. What are you defending, Mr.
I am
Outsider?
defending the great button of the square root of -1.
So
it shall never be pressed.
Because you're personally cursed to defend the button.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Okay. Okay.
I'm just glad that someone noticed that that's what I wrote on there.
Horror question and answer.
So, I don't know if you'll count this.
I don't care. I'm not running this game. I merely facilitate.
Let me say it.
Go ahead.
Before I get... Jeez.
I know the answer.
I mean, the rest of the group might yell you down.
So, it's what connection do I have to those I just killed? Well, like, it's not like a connection that I had with them as much as the hot dog fingers that I used were actually his hot dog fingers from an alternate universe. I borrowed them to kill him. Does that count?
What memory did it invoke?
I mean, me killing people with parts of their alternate universe selves.
Okay, you do seem to be a very weird creature.
Yeah.
Okay, rusted shirt for
Please,
the final question.
I need some sort of validation that people know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
It's sad that you killed him with his own hot dog fingers.
As long as at least one person knows what I'm talking about.
Is there a bagel somewhere in this?
Yes, there is.
So I also picked the what by name did you earn in your life that describes your greatest accomplishment. I went with the I was known as the Scourge of Salea, and I acquired this by basically pillaging towns in a war in the past.
Okay.
And stabbing people in
so you're
the
like
back
a
with my
warlord?
spear. War criminal, but not warlord. All in the service of the one who is in the sarcophagus.
Okay, very good. That's nice. I like that. Stabbing people in the service of this dead dude. Sounds legit.
I mean, were they alive when you were in service?
Maybe he stabbed them too. Okay. Let us have a choice of either Glory Fades or God's Laugh.
Ooh.
God's Laugh.
God's Laugh. 1 to 6, Wit.
6.
The magic animating one of the skeletons, but not its compulsion for service, is beginning to fade. Somebody needs to describe that happening.
The repeat it one more time, but do you want it to be described?
The magic animating one of the skeletons, but not its compulsion to service, is beginning to fade.
So it's just like losing magic, like gas.
No, it's like you're less animated than you were before. You might not be as functional. Perhaps one of your arms doesn't work. Perhaps one of your legs doesn't work. Perhaps you're just generally slower now.
I will say that as the magic that animates me begins to fail, my back phallus
secondary back phallus.
My back phallus is no longer able to become erect on its own.
You need to draw that on your character, please.
Okay, let me, it's just gonna be like, here we go. That's
mating for your people must have been interesting.
That's me with a frown because I can't get an erection.
On your secondary back phallus.
Yeah.
Which is the only one he has left, really.
Yeah. It's...
Unless there's an internal one in your skull.
I always forget the name of it. What's the name of the penis bone?
Dave.
Yeah, because only a few animals have that. Shoot.
Okay.
Humans have been known to baculum. That's what it is, right?
It's a baculum. Yes, that's
Scott
correct.
baculum.
Yeah, Scott baculum.
Right.
Raccoons have it.
Okay, final question for the group. No time at all. A day, a week, a month, a year.
No time at all.
Okay, immediately we move forward. I would like you to choose from a family seeking shelter, a pair of professional tomb robbers, or giant tomb spiders.
Family seeking shelter.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right, Wit. Wit
just wants to stab children, I guess.
Wit, are they refugees? Are they monsters? What are they? What are they doing? Why are they here? Describe this intrusion. How do they get in? What do they look like? How many are there?
They look scared.
Well, describe them with your words.
There's 4 of them.
Okay.
Mom and a dad that look youngish. They're not super old. Their kids are young too, so they're a young family. The little girl is 5 and the boy is 8.
Very good. How do they get in? I feel like I'm in Dead Poets Society.
The door.
Here. The door. What door? Nobody's drawn a door.
Yeah, I'm going to draw a door.
Did they open a part of the wall?
No, I'm going to make a door and they're going to come in it.
Maybe they open a part of the wall you didn't realize was a door.
There we go. That's what they did. They opened up a secret part of the wall.
Okay, draw it on for me.
This is a really shitty tomb. We now know of 2 secret passageways in.
I mean, yeah, who knows what they came through to get here, though.
Well, I mean, you always build those so the priests can escape in case they get, entombed with the person.
Right.
Yeah.
Where is it, Whit?
Right here. In the
I see it. Bottom right by the statues. Okay,
yeah.
So a family of 4 has entered there. What are you doing?
What are the ages of everybody involved?
Hearing 5 and 7, did you say? And then their parents.
114 and.
How old are their parents?
I don't know. How can you tell? They haven't got like
I'm asking Whitney. Whitney created these people.
She said
they're
young.
young.
Oh.
But yeah, they're so imagine they're probably like
they're as old as they're gonna get.
Mid-30s. to mid 40s. Be creative with your range.
Does
I'm
the
38, don't judge.
does the father have any sort of erectile dysfunction, and has he brought his Viagra with him? Asking for a friend. The friend
How would that help you if you're a skeleton?
What part of I need to get my back ballast working?
He has a mouth, but he cannot swallow.
Yes, the chemical reactions.
That's funny.
God damn it.
I just rub it off.
God damn it, indeed, Ren. Ren remembers the heady days when they didn't know Nick.
Rabbit.
I assume you regret ever meeting me, and I'm okay with that.
I just regret like something you say at least once a month.
You know what?
That's a pretty high success rate, actually. For
Is that your
Nick
time of the month?
Okay.
That's way better than me. I assume you mean like those months where we only meet once that month. I regret today.
Okay, so what are we doing about this family that just walked in? Other than looting them for erectile dysfunction pills once they're dead.
I mean, we have to kill them. Oh yeah, just how we're killing them? That is the question.
How
drive
killing,
them off,
killing them or driving them off? So currently you're just stood to attention. This door opens, which opens, and this family walks in, and they're like, ooh, a tomb, or however you want to play them. Then you are compelled to drive them out. Or murder them.
I want to say, like, just top of my head, the second a bunch of skeletons spring to life and start moving, they probably run out.
Okay.
Well, is this a white family and this is their house? You know, it's like...
Are they trying to gentrify the tomb?
Is one of them an interior designer?
Yes, it's 4 very flamboyant gay men.
Are they talking about?
Are we near the beach?
Are they gonna add a backsplash and then resell the place for twice what they paid for it?
Maybe.
Yeah, look, how could you resist when it's got these secret rooms?
They're on the reality show Flip This Tomb.
Flipper. Yeah, Flip This
Tomb Flipper? Oh no.
Well, if they're house flippers, let's kill them.
Okay.
For once, I agree with you.
You all going for it?
I am holding back because I'm going to leave the area of this button.
You can't, but you can be slower.
Right. I mean, physically stay back a little bit because I'm more concerned with making sure they don't get to the button in case they get past my
I assure you they do not want to press that button.
So?
So the skeleton with the tattered cloak approaches them, like, shaking very violently and swinging the sword around.
Okay. Are you going to murder them, or are you just? Are you attempting to scare them off?
I'm mainly trying to scare them off, but I'm going to just continue approaching them, and if they do not move out of the way, then yes, it will go through their bodies.
Are they being scared off?
I think that. I don't think all of them are.
Well, Ren tries to scare them off. I just lunge forward and drive my beak through the dad's eye socket and like out the back.
That's good.
Well, the mom's saying this must be one of those tomb escapist experiences.
And then I pick him up and just start shaking, like his lifeless body is hanging there, and I just start shaking him back and forth violently.
That is pretty horrifying.
Well, it's not as horrifying since he's already lifeless. If he was still alive while he was doing that.
I meant for the rest of the...
He's screaming the entire time.
Maybe for the rest of the family.
Or me. I have a mace, but it's got a peace sign on it. The most this thing's hit is like a few walls we needed to get out of the way.
Is it a rubber mace?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Barely.
Caught me. It's a rubber maze. It's
Is
not
it a
even
sex
real
toy?
metal.
It's the only thing in here that's not rusty.
Everything is a sex toy.
If you try hard enough.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the
One
rest
and a
of
half
the family?
raccoons.
What about the rest of the family? Ren, are they running? Are you stabbing someone to get the rest of them to
Well,
run?
okay. It sounds like the dad is dead. The mom is oblivious, so the mom is getting slashed apart.
Oh,
I get.
oh wow. Are you just like taking her arms off or just like stabbing?
I mean, I'm just approaching and swinging the sword back and forth pretty wildly. So if the mom is
Come on,
not
Ren! Commit! Do it! Do it!
all right, but mom has been bisected. I guess.
Bisected.
There you go.
Bisected.
Is that horizontally or vertically?
Horizontally, yes.
Okay.
Horizontally bisected.
Okay.
Maybe she'll grow into two moms like worms.
That's right.
Oh, and because because people said they don't like a lot of horror and gore, let's expand on her bisection. What if like you slice her in half, but it's still one piece, and then when I swing the dad, his feet like kick the piece off.
I feel
Perfect.
So you managed to
Sweep
slice
the legs.
Beautiful,
all the
thank
way
you.
through her, except for
The hinge.
her.
like no. It's just so it's just so
intestines.
sharp that it cleaves it without actually knocking it off the top.
Yeah.
So it just needs that little bump, to just slide it up. You do
Oh,
that whole
I
camera
think he
thing where it
missed.
just slides slowly apart.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. And I'm
Well
assuming
done.
then the kids run away going, ah.
That's what I would have expected. Yes.
Or they have heart attacks.
I mean, that's also possible. One of them, because this is a horror setting, is clearly asthmatic.
Inhaler.
That's right.
I got my inhaler.
I did. I grabbed the rescue inhaler from out the dad's pocket and toss it to the kid.
That's fun. They run away, I assume.
My skeleton reaches into their skeleton bag and finds their old inhaler and gives it to the little kid.
Here, have 15-year-old inhaler juice. This'll be great. Don't worry.
Yes, take this
I throw a rock at
ancient
the kid.
albuterol.
We've murdered some of a family. Congratulations. So,
Yay!
everyone who answers one question, if someone slays the matriarch, they answer two if they wish.
Oh.
Alright,
Wait,
so
wait,
I suppose I
the
slayed
matriarch
the
or the family?
matriarch.
Okay.
So I answer too.
You do. We're starting with Headless this time. Wit, what is your question and what is your answer, if you wish? What was going through your head while you were playing with this family and the organs thereof?
Nothing. I don't have one.
You don't have a question, or you don't have
A
a...
head.
No, I don't have
Oh.
a head.
I mean, your head's somewhere, and one of the questions is about your head.
It's true. Which is who claimed your head and why?
Answer that question.
I It was a cat.
Was it the same cat that was your best friend?
No, it was a different cat. It was a big cat.
Oh, okay.
Like
Like a
a
It was,
tiger?
I was out in the forest and a leopard got my head.
But
That'll happen.
Just carried it away. Oh, you
It
just,
just carried it away.
or bit it off.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm
Dragged
gonna,
my body
I'm gonna end up with the question, and why?
because it was hungry.
Okay. I'm not going for anything deeper than that. I'm good. Outsider, question and answer, please.
Ah.
Oh, it's not outsider anymore. It's grognarg.
Yes. Oh, what the? Who here among the skeletons did you once serve and why?
Oh.
I once secretly served
Secretly.
the
Yeah.
fair one now known as Headless
Oh, okay.
Drop.
because
Oh,
she
good.
stank the prettiest.
Because you're
she smelled pretty.
because you're like a dirty dwarf who likes the smelly ones.
Yes. And I served her by killing everything I saw she couldn't.
Wait, can I try and say one thing real quick?
You can try.
You stink real pretty.
So bad.
You got a purty stink.
It's so nasty. I mean, I just picture like gully dwarves and that kind of thing is all I'm thinking. All right, Mr. Runshoe.
Ah, yes. While I was murdering this father and the blood runs down me, I remember that I am not just Ronshu. I am Ronshu, the Eye Piercer.
Oh, I like that. That's good. That's great. Yeah, that's nice.
So you were
Which-
acting in character.
Which
Or
describes the fear your existence evoked.
If you knew that someone would shove their beak through your eye and out the back of your skull, would you not be afraid?
Runshoe,
not a fashionable
the
form of
Eye
piercer.
Piercer, sponsored by Frank's Eye Patches.
I mean, like, eye piercer alone is terrifying. Like,
I think
I
that's
need
fast.
those to see.
I like that we're Runshoe, the Eye Piercer. Rusted shirt.
Rusted shirt. I remembered my name.
Oh,
I am Otis.
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 I like that the way that Hal says it. It almost sounds like rusted shut.
does it?
Yeah, and like that could be a cool like
Band name?
that, or like some sort of like weird spirit or skeleton as well. Like
It's true.
in like a skeleton in like a really rusted suit of armor who has trouble moving.
No, it's rusted shirt. I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. That is pretty great. Okay, Otis. Is that all we remember, Otis?
Yep.
I like the by name.
Otis, the scourge of Celia, who got his heart broken by Sakan, the priestess of
Poor old
Priestess.
the priestess. Okay.
Did
Broke
you
his heart in
really
public.
have a fever dream that you were like thinking about King Philip of Macedonia?
Yes. Yes, that it wasn't a fever dream. A few years ago, well, more than a few at this point, I had a really bad respiratory infection. Or I don't know if the infection was really bad, but I had like, I know at one point I had like my fever was like 103.2.
Ouch.
And so
Like a radio station.
I like took a shower, and everything, and I got into bed, and I had put like a bunch of covers on me, and then slept for like an entire day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that whole time I was just sweating, and when I woke up, I was just so delirious, and my girlfriend at the time came over to check on me, and I was rambling about like something that happened, and that it was because of like King Philip. It was like King Philip's fault. She took me to the emergency room, and they like gave me they hooked me up with like 3 liters of fluids into me, like
Oh my
like
God.
IV into me. It wasn't until like I think well into the second one that I started sweating again. Like
Oh, jeez.
I guess I'd lost so much water, my body just stopped sweating. Like everything I tasted like dirt. Like I think I was pretty close to dying. Like
Oh,
I'm not
that's-
gonna lie. I think I was close to dying.
That's pretty bad.
I think had I just like stayed in bed, I might have died of dehydration. Like
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
So your girlfriend saved you.
Yeah, so you can blame her for anything that I do from here on out.
Gotcha.
And also the fever dream caused everything you do from here on
Well,
out.
apparently it was King Philip's fault. So
I mean, that guy, right? That guy.
she was like, who?
That's-
It was like, King Philip of Macedonia, Alexander the Great's father. She was like, what are you? Why? Why is that where you went? I was like, I don't know.
that's fine. Okay, so tattered cloak. You may have two if you wish.
So I also remembered my name.
Oh, it's a good one to names
My
are powerful.
name is Pauls.
Pauls.
Yes, Palls.
Ah, okay. Pauls. Interesting. Okay.
Is that because Paul's is dead?
Palsy?
No reference there, Nick.
What?
No reference for anyone there.
Paul is dead. If you played the Beatles backwards.
Yeah.
Does it actually do that?
Oh God, I'm gonna go take some ibuprofen for my joints. I'm fucking
What is
old.
wrong? I mean, you're a skeleton, dude.
Y'all
So,
don't-
do you want the second one, Ren?
Sure. I'll have my by name be that I was Paul's the fashionable.
Oh, I love
Ooh.
because my cloak was apparently very, very amazing to people.
the fashionable.
Yeah.
Fashionable seems rather formal. I'm sure
Yes.
they called you other things behind your back.
Yes, I'm sure.
Too much money, apparently. Paul's the fashionable. I like that. He is. She is. It is. The skeleton is. I guess nobody's gendered our skeletons, right? It's all good.
I suppose because you can theoretically tell.
You
but-
can. There's bones.
Yes.
You can. Don't. Go ahead, Whit.
Oh, well, if
How can you tell, Whit?
it's called sexual dimorphism,
Listen.
but because we do not fight over mates as much, humans are not as. But typically, males are larger and they have a bigger forehead. And
One of the easiest ways to tell is by differences in the pelvic
Pelvis.
bones.
yes.
Yeah.
We don't have to pass nearly as big of things through our pelvises.
Right? Just small fruits.
If they have a back phallus,
Hmm.
that means they're probably.
They're one of the four genders of whatever monster you are.
This is also.
Seems about right.
Also,
Okay.
obligatory. We of course are talking about sexual characteristics, not to be confused with gender, which is of course a social construct.
That is absolutely correct.
Okay. A month, a year, a decade, a century, centuries, or a millennium.
Oh God, can we stay silent long enough for a millennium?
No. A month.
I mean, I say we do
A
a
month.
millennium because I want to refresh my water. So let's do a millennium. That's how I
Right.
know I can be quiet.
You want to do a millennium? Okay.
But that's only you, Nick, that we can
In the-
be sure about.
Oh, wait. I missed.
We
I
can do
missed
a
a bit.
millennium.
Before we go, hold on. Go to family. Glory fades or God's laugh?
Glory
Done.
fades.
Ren, 1 to 6.
2.
Something the skeletons are protecting is lost, stolen, or simply missing. What is it? Maybe the kids stole something.
They better not have taken that
Or
button.
maybe the rat stole one of the seven sisters' head that was already removed.
What's missing, Ren? Or whoever.
I don't know what. I'm gonna lob this for someone else to take.
You're punting it up.
Yes,
What
it's called a lob.
what are we protecting again?
Something you're protecting is lost.
No,
I don't know.
what are we protecting?
I don't know. What are you protecting?
The amulet.
Did we already answer that question? I don't remember.
Nope.
Okay.
You're compelled to guard this room and drive off any intruders. That's all we
It's
know.
a ruby.
Is it? Where is it?
We don't know. That's the
It
problem.
was
Oh.
hidden in one of the sisters' things.
Okay, so
Interesting.
was it stolen or is it just missing?
So the ruby was the eye of the sister's head.
Ah, so it was
And-
over in the corner.
One of the rats took it and traded it for sexual favors from a crow.
Whoa. And then
That's-
bit
Okay,
Ogro's head off.
that's a little specific and out of scope of your tiny room. So we'll just say there was a ruby eye in the head you stuffed in the corner and now it's missing.
Yes, because a rat took it and traded it for sexual favors from a crow.
Beautiful. And now
This is
we'll
how
wait.
his race came to be.
And you want to wait for a millennium?
Yes.
Okay, a millennium it is.
Sweet.
And we'll be thinking about the awful grinding passage of time this time.
And also be thinking about a crow just giving some sloppy head to a rat.
Remember we talked about me regretting things about.
Is that the one you want to regret?
As of now, that takes the lead.
What do we do while he's gone?
Be
Let's
silent.
fuck it up. I don't know how.
Should we do it for you?
You gotta hit my mute button. I told somebody that I was gonna give him a jar, and every time I wanted to talk, I'd put a quarter in the jar. That way they'd be rich. It's pretty right. Yeah, pretty smart, right? I can't do it.
Arise and protect the tomb, skeletal guardians. So that was supposed
Wow.
to be 4 minutes, but there's no way I can let you sit for 4 minutes. Wit would eat her own feet.
I mean, if she was still muted, like, I think it would be okay.
I'd still have to watch her eating her own feet, and I don't want to do that.
You could turn off her video too, I guess.
True. I could do that. That's fair.
Oh yeah, I can't unmute. I can just remove from call.
Oh, okay. I was
I
like, do I have to be
can
the one to
unmute myself. I'm just
Right.
not-
Sure you
Oh.
James,
can.
what do you have?
I just unmuted myself.
Okay, I need a selection. Because
Nice.
you waited for a millennium, I need a choice on Worlds Crumble or Time Devours.
Ooh. Time devours.
1 to 6.
Time devours.
1 to 6.
5.
Wood, cloth, hide, horn, and unenchanted bone all turn to powder. Note this on the map.
So mummy wrapping, or those might be enchanted.
Are your weapons enchanted?
I am a weapon.
I mean, you are, but
Mine are probably
things
not.
just like piling dust and crap everywhere. I mean, these murals, the paint's probably peeling at this point. It's been a millennium now, so that's quite a while. Maybe that door is starting to rot away. You maybe see that passage to the east.
But on the plus
That place looks
side,
interesting.
there may be
I like how parts of the fresco are being deleted. I think that's a great way of showing this.
depending on when we started, there may be a hit Robbie Williams song out.
I mean, there's always a chance for a hit Robbie Williams song.
That was him, right? He did Millennium, right? Or am
I believe he did. Was that a hit song though?
was it not?
Was
I
any
don't
Robbie
know.
Williams song a hit song?
Oh, no. I quite liked Rock DJ, but it was more for the video than the song.
I mean, in England, he's huge, but like,
It's just a matter of perspective. It's how the curvature of the Earth works at that point.
Yeah, it's the stature of all the rest of the people around him. He looks huge.
It's true. Okay, so we've got some general decay going on. Do we have any, like, this door down here that Whit put on maybe is a little not as it was? Maybe this fresco could have a similar treatment.
Oh, but it's
It
so
is very pretty. I'm not going to say it's not. Okay. You can have a pair of professional tomb robbers or giant tomb spiders.
I will have you know how.
Mm-hmm.
Millennium was Robbie Williams' first #1 single.
Oh, there you
in
go.
the UK, and it got certified platinum by the British phonographic industry. Which, let me tell you, when you're quickly trying to read stuff, British phonographic industry looks a lot like something else.
Platinum, that's what, 7 copies?
Yes, in England.
400,000.
So, a pair of professional tomb robbers or a giant tomb spiders.
Professionals.
I mean,
The robbers might have weapons we can take.
True, seeing as yours are rusting at this point.
That's true.
I mean, if we get tomb spiders, I'm gonna try and befriend them. If we get tomb robbers, I'm gonna try and kill them.
Make them into spiders?
Ooh.
Jeez. Pick.
Robbers.
Okay.
All right.
Robbers.
Yes, I support.
Describe the robbers.
So, in the passageway that so many years before the family of refugees came down and were two of them were brutally slaughtered, come a pair. Oh, that was the wrong thing to delete. A pair of adult men.
Just looking for a quiet place.
Seeing the telltale signs of an ancient tomb, that as they have robbed many they made a living out of finding these ancient
maybe they
hidden
followed
tombs.
an ancient map that was written by 2 small children.
Perhaps the legends of the area tell of a cave with skeletons that murdered family members.
Like that.
Fuck that dad up.
So the other prompts here for how are they working as a team? What object immediately attracts their attention, and can they fight? So,
when they enter the tomb, they immediately notice along the far wall the statues. Each statue of the Seven Sisters, as was noted earlier, the statue of Sakan had rubies in her eyes. Each statue has a different has a different type or a different gemstone in it, used kind of as adornment. They immediately notice that. They also notice the standing skeletons staring at them, and in my case, approaching them.
Is this a surprise? Have they encountered this kind of thing before?
They've encountered this kind of thing before, so I think it makes sense that they were prepared. So they have some, let's see, weapons that they would have out.
Hammers.
This is
hammers, maces, crushing
hammers.
weapons.
Yeah.
They heard skeletons. They're coming in with the big guns, big sledge guys. Mm-hmm. They're gonna break some bones.
All we have, really.
How are you dealing with them?
Important question, James, since these are your creations. Do they have any sort of eye protection?
They are not wearing helmets. Armor-wise, it's actually very minimal armor, if anything at all. They have. It looks more like they were really kind of coming out for a hike.
Oh,
It's gonna be real bad for them.
With their
Could go
doom
pretty
hammers.
bad. With their doom hammers.
As my spear has long since decayed, I have a decent sized rock in my hands, and I'm just chucking it at one of them.
What's it gonna do?
It is not going to.
I like how you're rolling for something in your head.
Yep. Because it's fun. It's improv. Odds or evens?
Even.
Odds.
It does not hit. They dodge. However, they are not currently focused on any other skeleton except the one who just threw a giant rock at them, and they are off balance.
The rest
So it is clear that they're going for the gemstones in the Seven Sisters.
seems like they might be interested from what I heard.
Very well. Yes. So that in mind, let's see. My cloak is barely threads at this point. I would expect, if anything.
Just a hint of a collar, perhaps.
Yes. But so, and I imagine the sword is rather rusted, but might still be somewhat intact. And so I'm just trying to stab the nearest one, I suppose.
Shove your
is there
rusted sword into one of them.
Yes, I'm trying to shove the rusted sword into one of their bodies.
Nice.
Do they have any distinguishing features that you had in mind, James, between the two of them?
You could always add one.
It's true.
One of them has a very large hooked nose, and the other one has a large or a clump of hair on his head that is styled in such a way that you can tell it was once a pompadour, but he has lost so much hair that it really just is the sides and the shell.
Okay. Describe the stabbage.
So the sword, as I try to stab them, it does kind of disintegrate, but it has just enough hardness that it does pierce the skin a little bit. So at the very least, he's got tetanus.
Got like just a bit down by the handles going in. It's like crunching as it goes, and eventually just gets enough drive.
Yeah.
That.
So he's definitely at least got some tetanus, but he does not go down immediately.
Oh, but he's wounded.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And got like rusty particulates in him, which I can't imagine feels good.
In like a month's time, he's going to be very sad.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else?
I go to swing my axe to warn them away from the button.
Okay, you on that button.
As the memory of the wood haft of the axe crumbles, the head of the axe goes flying, taking out the left ankle of one of the...
Thank God.
You're severing his left ankle?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to hit the button there for a second.
That would have been a gross irony and very hilarious.
I'm not that creative.
So Ronshu has seen the failure of people's weapons and realizes that maybe this is no longer the age of shoving his beak through people's eyes.
Oh, he's developing.
So he reaches out into the ether to draw on the times of like how to defeat man in these times.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And
it's been a millennia.
Yeah, it draws back to him and he goes whoop, 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 and just jams his two bony fingers into one of their eyes and goes knock 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 knock.
It's all about the eyes.
And just
so which one is it? The one that has the tetanus or the one that's missing a foot?
I'll go with Tetanus. Tetanus Boy, since he only got scratched, he breathes a sigh of relief, thinking that like, their weapons are old and can't hurt me. And then just pointy fingers, total Three Stooges, except it just keeps going.
Just and scratches around on the back.
Yeah.
Scratch your initials in the back of his skull
Right.
on the inside.
Wit, anything to contribute? Is Wit frozen?
No, she's just sitting there.
I'm not
You
seeing
okay,
him.
There's a guy missing a foot. Maybe did it cut it off or did it just like smash into it?
And it could be crushed instead of cut.
I think shattered, because then he can still try to put weight on it and fall.
An
to the
attempt to
ground.
slowly escape as you stalk him out of the tomb and rip him to tiny pieces.
I mean, there's one.
He's got a glass dagger that I want.
Oh.
There's one guy left. Wit, do you wanna finish him?
Can Wit hear us right now?
him.
Oh, there she is.
But yes, but are you gonna or are we doing it?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
All right. So, I'm gonna swing my mace around and knock its head clean the off.
Oh, that was efficient.
The peace mace.
Does your mace have a wooden handle? Is it rotted away? Does your mace now disintegrate as you use it one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, 2 dead tomb robbers then. Okay.
I now have a mace.
Tomb is safe again.
Everyone answers 1 question. Anyone who made a kill may answer 2.
I only maimed.
You did. So we're starting with outsider this time, if you wish.
Shoot.
Getting harder, aren't they? You're getting
Yeah.
harder.
Okay. What by name did you earn in life that describes your greatest accomplishment?
What is it? Grognog.
Not just Grognog.
Grognog.
Grognog, a fornicator.
Grognog the fornicator. And why Grognog the fornicator did you obtain this name?
Because I fornicated.
With what? How is this specific to anyone else who does similar?
With all the inhabitants of the Valley of Shem.
Okay, sounds great. Good work there, Grognog.
In a single evening.
Grognog the fornicator. That's pretty terrible, Grognog. Okay, Grognog the fornicator. We're going with the horror. You get 2 if you want it.
Ooh. Who or what? Okay, so it says who or what brought you into the world.
Yeah, the assumption's made at the start that you're somehow summoned or created or assembled, or somehow you're not natural. You were somehow man-made.
I mean, I don't know.
It's for you
But,
to
like, if
decide.
you're-
Interpret the question as you will.
Okay. Just remember that you said that.
I don't care.
So, who brought me into this world?
Yes.
I was brought into this world by my dear, sweet,
Hubba.
my dear, sweet mother, my cosmic horror of a mother.
Ah, very good.
Mom shoe.
Okay, I'll take it.
Well, like deep, like that's something that isn't always talked about in like weird like horror stuff too. Sometimes, like, where do these things come from? And I sprawled out of my horrific cosmic horror mother, Mom shoe.
That's beautiful. And then went off to do cosmic horrors of your own.
Yeah.
That's no cow licking you free from the salt or ice or anything, but
Well, I mean, that's just who brought me into like existence in general. Like, not necessarily on this earth and in this plane,
I'm sure.
but like overall, you know.
I love it. You want a second question, or are you good with just the one?
Oh, I have a second one, but I don't know if anyone's gonna like it.
Go for it.
Who here among the skeletons once treated you with kindness?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And the answer is Grognarg the Fornicator, because that back phallus ain't gonna fuck itself.
Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not doing much anymore, right? But
Well, now it's not, but there was a time.
I mean, the memory's nice, right?
Yeah. Like, I didn't think about that until Thing was like, I'm Grognarg the Fornicator. And it's like, well, I've been talking about my back phallus, so I guess this is happening.
I hate to ask, but I guess I want to know. So, since you became skeletons, is that still an ongoing thing for you too?
Well, I think we're on pause between this whole.
Yeah,
between,
you are. You're all on pause.
Yeah.
Ah.
So longing looks, perhaps, maybe.
Okay.
Longing looks from across the sarcophagus.
Because then I would have explained the reason I don't go into the room on the side is because that's where you two go to have your fun.
You're forbidden by yourself.
Yes.
She once went in there
I
and saw some
forbid myself
sketches.
from entering because I can hear the sounds and don't need to know anymore.
Well, you
about what's
forgot
happening
that
over
you
there.
don't want to go in there.
That's true. So I have to relive that horror as a skeleton all over again. Thank you.
Clunk,
Okay.
clunk, clunk.
Rusted shirt. I think you're Tom. There's a certain amount of trauma being caused by on chat, apparently. Rusted shirt. Question.
Whose bones rest within the great
Oh, good question.
sarcophagus? Telos the Ravenous.
Oh, that sounds like a nice guy.
He was. No, that's too close to reality right now. I don't want to bring that in. He was the third prince of the nation in which we once lived in, or the land in which this tomb used to reside. He, in bloody coups, killed his brothers, claimed the throne, and created a vast empire, always expanding for new land, for more land. And ultimately, time, as it does all things, brought him to an end.
He died of old age, huh?
Yes.
I'm gonna get
Like a
stuck in
coward.
here with you guys. Okay, cool. Tattered cloak. I believe you get. Did you get two here?
I did not
Oh
kill,
no,
so I only
it was
get
Headless that did the final
Yeah.
one. Interesting.
Yes.
What you going with?
So who here among the skeletons richly deserves this
Oh.
fate and why? And so, in a more positive spin on this, I believe that the horror actually seems to like this question mark, and therefore, and is getting to live out the title that the horror has had continues to pierce eyes.
Sure.
So
Run, shoot the eye
it is a
piercer.
richly deserved fate.
I mean, like, I think that let me make sure I'm not answering a question for I think that the horror is just kind of like an eternal being, so like kind of like put into a body and is a skeleton for a while, and eventually this too shall pass. Like,
I like that. Eventually you'll return to the stars for a while.
yeah, to
The endless
Here's-
void.
pierce the eyes of some alien culture. That is the one consistent thing, though. Like, throughout all of my existences, throughout all of my existence in all the different forms I've inhabited, I do go straight for the eyes.
I like that. That does sound like you, Nick.
It's effective.
Okay, very cool. Headless, you get 2 if you want them. Are you still called Headless? You are. You're headless at the moment. You don't actually have a name. Maybe it's time for a name, Wit.
Yes. That's because
Stinker.
my name is Hutchins.
Hutchins the Stinker.
Hutchins the Stinker.
Very
Pull
good.
my finger.
Do you want a second one? Or are you good?
A second name?
A second question to answer. You don't have to take it.
I don't have any other questions on my sheet that I can answer.
You've answered all 6 of your questions?
Pretty sure. Unless I'm gonna look
You
at
have-
it, which
you have-
doesn't
you-
sound right.
You have not answered question 4.
1, 2, 3. No, I did. I made the mural.
Oh, what thing in this place was livingly crafted by your own hands?
That mural.
It's just, you mean the one that you added to the map?
Yes, the one that I made that's like the really shitty God and Adam thing.
Everybody likes it. Chat liked it.
Thanks. Yeah, they're dancing. They're swing dancing in the sky.
It's beautiful. It's the great swing dance in the sky. All right. All right. Okay. So we're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna say this is the last one, and this one generally ends with either you standing in darkness forever or your bones being scattered and your life force diminishing.
No!
We'll see about that.
So that was a pair of professional tomb robbers. You can have a glory fades or a god's laugh for that.
God's laugh.
God's laugh.
1 to 6, James.
4.
Something the skeletons are protecting is destroyed. What is it?
A portion of the ceiling collapses onto the sarcophagus.
Does it break it?
It breaks the roof of it, but essentially just becomes the new roof of the sarcophagus.
Okay, we'll adjust the pictures. I'll move Talos off for a minute so you can adjust it.
Talos the Ravenous, the ever buried.
Talos the Ravenous, forever buried. It's true. A month, a year, a decade, a century, or centuries. Anyone?
Centuries.
Centuries.
You want centuries, Wid? Okay.
Yes!
Okay. You
Oh,
get
geez.
to close your eyes and think about the awful grinding passage of time again. Arise and protect the tomb, skeletal
Negative
guardians.
8,000 bottles of beer on the wall. Negative 8,000 bottles of beer.
Oh no.
Okay, we're moving to this last section of bad people.
The last section of the book, Bad
No. Stop whatever
the
that is. Stop whatever
last
that
section of the
is.
book, bad people.
Why do we have AI and smart stuff if it just doesn't work? All right. Choose.
So how could you tell me again? You said there's usually 2 ways this game ends.
Either you end up alone in the darkness, as in left in the tomb forever, or whoever comes manages to scatter your bones around the tomb and loot it.
Okay, we'll see about that.
You may choose an army of plunderers, some of your descendants, or a necromancer and some mercenaries.
Ooh.
My descendants.
Descendants, okay.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
But not the band. Okay. They follow an
How
ancient...
can you say you tortured me? You're already thinking about someone else.
They
With
follow
the Romeo be in his arms now be gone, but I know my day will come. I know someday I'll be the only one.
That's pretty good, actually. I might get a copyright strike now, Nick. They follow an ancient treasure map penned by your own children.
Not mine, though, right?
Describe how you see yourself in them. Who among you will be the first to strike them down? Can you even bear it?
The real clumsy
One of my
one
descendants.
is mine.
Oh. Okay.
So whichever one is more
So-
clumsy.
I think Otis, as when one of the individuals who comes in has a silver necklace on, and on that necklace they have a pendant. As Otis, the wood of his newer mace has rotted away. That is the term. So he's just kind of holding the clump of rusted metal. He's ready to strike when he sees this pendant in the shape of a spearhead. And he recognizes that to be his own family's crest.
A millennia ago.
From millennia ago. He looks at this child and looks at this individual, and it's not his face from that he had when he was alive staring back at him, but it's his eyes. There's something about how the eyebrows sit on this individual's face that makes him think of his wife. Yeah, they're way down here. They're actually off the face. It's like
It's like floating over the top.
And Otis, in a moment, or let's say, Otis freezes, and then in one swift movement brings the mace into his chest.
Oh, he's killing him. Is this suicide?
Yes.
Good.
Something about his eyes, you say?
Does that mean there's a descendant for you, Ronshu?
No.
Someone comes in with a bird. They have a canary.
It looks like, yeah, it's a parrot. Or a giant penguin wanders in.
I think I recognize the short stature of many of these people. That nose over there, brow ridge over there.
Because you're so widely spread.
Yes.
Being Grognag the fornicator, basically everyone here is somehow your descendant.
A little bit.
No.
You look at the whole Genghis Khan level where like
The consensual Genghis Khan.
That's right, I love it. Consensual, yeah. A notable percentage of the world population goes back to Grognag. That would be better history, right? A notable percentage of the world's population can trace their lineage to Grognag the fornicator.
It's like the Homo neanderthalis of this.
I would love to live in
realm.
that world. I really would.
I mean,
It would bring a whole new dimension to 23andMe. How closely it's like 6 degrees of freedom, right? 6 degrees
Yeah.
of, right? How far are you from Grognag the
6 degrees.
fornicator?
6 degrees
I
of
will
freedom.
say, like, from what I know about it, though, and I'm not, trying to do complete revisionist history, but most of the history of the Huns, I believe, was written by those who lost to them. So, like, a lot of the fornicating could have been consensual, but like maybe he had that much swag, and like, but like some
I mean,
dudes, like,
his secondary back phallus was really working overtime.
yeah.
Okay, what about the rest of you? Looks like our friend has decided to give up his bones or give up his magic in order to potentially not murder his descendant.
So for me, I see it's not so much my like genetic descendant as like I had run a sort like a textiles and like clothing establishment when I
because
was
you're super
alive,
fashionable.
and yes, indeed, and now they have like the one of the people who enters has an outfit that I instantly recognize as being something that based off a pattern I designed millennia ago. And I am actually instantly envious, and I'm trying to take it from them.
That's nice. Give me your pantaloons, invader.
Indeed, I'm trying to rip the pantaloons off of one of them.
Okay. Anyone else? I'm
mean,
interested to see if this ends up with them running away and leaving you in darkness and covering the place in concrete and napalm, or whether you end up being scattered, or both. I'm waiting for what the eye pierce is going to do. Is that mom shoe in the back there?
You're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate what I do, Hal.
I don't hate anything you do.
You're gonna hate. You hate everything I do.
Is that true?
I don't hate anything Nick does. I find
that doesn't sound true.
You don't hate Danny.
It's true.
I
I always find him low key amusing, and honestly, I didn't write this. You guys have kind of wrote this, so it's not like he can destroy anything other than what you guys have created.
Does anyone else want to go before I f it up in this place?
Do it!
All of this, people seeing their children, seeing their family, it really touches me right in the heart, and
Wherever that went.
I feel a little homesick.
Oh, we're good.
So I run over and I hit the button.
No!
And I go, "Hey, Mom, I'm homesick. Can you come pick me up?"
This terrible cosmic entity arrives
And this
in like a Winnebago.
Like, it
That's why I was defending the button.
It's like pitch black, right? And like there's just swirling everywhere. Like there's laughter and chains. It's like a Clive Barker jerk off section going on. Like just like people's like faces are being like reformed and everything. People are being squished together and melded together. It's awful horror. Like,
Oh yeah.
these people should be dead, but like they're alive by the extreme power that is here. Like, if they were just regular living bodies, and it slowly starts to spread out, like past the tomb into like the graveyard, and this horrid creature steps out from the shadows, and like there's like beaks coming off of it, and like weird like tentacles coming down, like claws where you wouldn't think there should be claws, like so many fucking eyes, like but
So many to
but
pierce.
each eye, the eyelid is like a hard piece of like diamond, like it's got like diamond eyelids, because like when I would attack it as a child, like it grew defenses.
You just assumed everyone had
Yeah.
eyes like that, and it turned out to be.
Yeah.
It's funny. That's
So
terrifying.
Why doesn't everyone have diamond
This
eyes?
horrid creature that is like honestly almost like comprised of shadows, so this is only things you can kind of see like in little glimmers at a time, because I'm gonna do the whole HP Lovecraft thing of like, if you saw it, it would drive you mad, so I don't have to think up more descriptions of it.
It was gross. It was so terrible. It was undescribable.
Yeah.
Yes. Things for which mortal men cannot describe.
It steps out and goes, "Oh, hey, honey, come on, I got you a snack in the car." And I kind of trot off.
Did the rest of us get a snack?
I kind of trot off. Is there any universal description in this area?
Ronchu's mom has got it going on.
Oh. So basically,
It's all Greg wants.
everything in a 100-mile radius has been turned into a horror, like a like almost like was like a lot of things are like the Brundlefly, or
like merged together terribleness.
yeah, merged or like half split apart.
So
like,
including everyone in this room.
Oh yeah, everything
okay.
within 100-mile radius.
It's like a blob of flesh and bones.
So
and
like it's actually
extra legs.
It's actually really sweet because like your bones have actually merged together with your descendants.
Oh, that does sound sweet and horrifying.
And so that you remember our time together, like one of the more significant ways is at least some of your arms, you're like from the elbow up, like forearm and hand, like shoot into their eyes and are just like out like this.
Yeah, I was almost thinking you were going to give everyone a back phallus for a moment.
I think we can almost
as I'm leaving, I go, you know what, guys, you were pretty cool. And I do one of these, and everyone in the tomb grows a back phallus.
Beautiful. That is a beautiful way to end.
Wow, a cool
This is
tale.
how we can make the beast of a billion backs.
So not everybody is scattered. They're just remerged and have a terrible mewling existence as they starve quietly because they're unable to walk or move.
Oh well, no, they're able to move, and they're not necessarily going to starve, because upon their merging, they now have a distinct taste for living human flesh.
And just eyeballs, particularly.
Especially not.
So, like literally, one person in this room is going to walk out with one eye, and everyone else is going to be blind, right?
No. The room is like shattered to bits.
Okay, good.
Like, and so there's like 100-mile radius,
filled with monsters.
Filled with monsters that now have a craving for human flesh, and specifically, I mean, I'm not going to say that like they only eat eyeballs, but that's the best part. Like,
So do we eat the eyeballs first or save them for last?
I mean, that's up to you. That depends on how you eat. You know, like some people eat dessert first. I think that's weird, but like I'm not going to tell someone else they can't eat their eyeballs first.
I think
Okay.
that's why eyes come in pairs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna suggest that is a grand place to draw this to a close. If we were playing the real game, which I guess we kind of are, the ending of the game would be either someone manages to scatter the skeleton's bones, or when you're content, just leave them in the dark, cold place forever. We're supposed to take a moment to sit in silence, which we know we absolutely are unable to do.
Fair.
I'll take that. Okay. And then we are supposed to turn the lights back on, have a snack, and to talk about our experience.
For a snack, can we have peeled grapes?
Sure. Sure. With an olive on top to make it look like an eyeball.
That's class.
It's not the destination, it's the back fallacies we gained along the way. That is very good, chat. That is extremely good.
Well, it seems the back phalluses are the destination we got to.
Or are
What-
they
okay, what did
going
we
to the
think-
destination?
What did we think about the skeletons?
That was cute. That was fun. I
Interesting.
like it.
I liked being a skeleton.
Like being a ske- I mean, there are different ways to play this game, and I expected we would play it this way, but there are many other
Yeah.
ways to play this.
I
Play it more
Yeah,
spooky.
you can play it creepy.
I do always hate the drawing on things just because
I
I suck
picked-
at it.
I
And there's
picked
always
it
people that are
spec-
good.
I picked it specifically for it.
Wait, so was I not? So I like the cape I made.
I
Oh
thought
yeah,
the
no,
cape-
your cape-
I thought
cape
the
is
cape
good.
was excellent. I thought the cape was. I also liked. I think the cape was probably the. And I liked the rusty chainmail also, honestly. And in fact, all of the characters I liked a lot. I thought they were great. I also really liked our murals. I thought they were pretty good too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And our little
thanks.
statues, they were pretty great also. They did pretty good
They are
considering
pretty great.
drawing on this thing is really hard.
Yeah,
So,
drawing with the mouse. It's like
there's a lot of games where you
Wow.
kind of create something together and kind of build the story. So technically, you don't need a GM for this. Everybody can just play and just follow the tables and kind of agree. But I figured it'd be easier to facilitate it to get it through for time. Otherwise, we'd still be in the first encounter at this point. But it's a flip, right? It's an indie game, so it's you guys making it rather than being told what's going on. So I kind of like that in the indie games. It's nice that everybody can contribute. So anyway, we're good. Thank you all. Happy Halloween. Happy spooky season.
Happy
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween.
National Back Phallus Day.
That's right. Don't forget to wash your back
Oh.
phallus this evening. Or
Good to
wash
Get
keep those
under
someone
clean
the-
else's. Have a great one.
with consent.
Get
Bye.
Oh my god.
You're listening to the smooth sound of RPGMP3.com. Dungeon on.